Hi all, my name is Caraline Malloy, and I'm a proud member of Strong Residential College, and I'm also a double major in psychology and international business studies. The title of my poster is She's Not My Boss Unless He's a Mother, the potential benefits of being both agentic and communal in roles traditionally held by men. I'm interested in this topic of women in roles traditionally held by men because, like many people, I would like to enter the business world. I had prior knowledge to this project that women in organizations and businesses face discrimination. So I wanted to provide myself and you all with information on how to avoid role-related discrimination. Nowadays, we see more and more women in the workforce. In fact, women make up approximately 50% of the employees that we see in the workforce currently, which implies that women are accounting or taking more and more of the CEO, president, chief operating officer roles that are traditionally held by men. However, women who enter these roles often face backlash for being too agentic, which means they often face backlash for not being communal enough, meaning that a lot of people see them as being too competent, too assertive, too demanding. And the people that discriminate against them are often those who have a higher need for cognitive closure, which is the need for preconceived knowledge about a person, thing, or situation. We find that people who have a higher need for cognitive closure often have a higher belief and endorsement of stereotypes, which means that they often mistreat or discriminate against women who are in these roles because they aren't necessarily in compliance with, quote unquote, what a woman is or how a woman should act, because they're more agentic than they are communal. So this kind of led me to my research question. Is it really beneficial for women to be agentic in these traditionally held by men roles? Literature would suggest that it's not. So that kind of fueled my hypothesis that women have to blend both agency and communality in order to obtain and to maintain success within these roles. And to test my hypothesis, I interviewed female leaders across major corporations, Fortune 500 companies, and organizations about their experiences garnering and maintaining success within their traditionally held by males roles. And to share my findings with you all, I used thematic analysis. Overall, the results really support my hypothesis because female leaders shared that in order to obtain their job, they did have to be more agentic. They did have to prove that they were determined and that they were confident and competent. Yet later down the road, they really had to blend in more communality in the sense that they had to display that they could be, an effective collaborator and communicator with their coworkers and superiors. But also, female leaders shared that showing more interpersonal traits and showcasing and sharing with others that they were a mother and that they really had a life outside of their leadership role helped them to build the relationships that they had within the workplace. And additionally, one female leader had said that, if she did not blend agency and communality, she feels like she would have faced the backlash effect that I described to you all previously. But in brief discussion of my project, or my findings rather, it really goes to show that women do have to blend agency and communality when they're in these roles in order to obtain and garner success, because really is needed to buffer backlash and to really just to be the best worker that they can in that environment, because blending communality with the agency allows them or puts them in a position where they are perceived to be more influential and they are perceived or they end up gaining more respect. So really, in something that I like to call the mother equals boss complex, women, they reap more benefits from showing that they're a mother, or really in general just showing more communality, because they, in a way, they're in compliance with gender stereotypes. So they are kind of appeasing the people that have that higher need for cognitive closure and that are more often or more likely to mistreat or discriminate against them. So really, this mother equals boss complex can be very helpful to women in conclusion. But on an ending note, I would like to thank Dr. Sarah Littlejohn, Miss Jennifer Whittaker, and Strong Residential College for their support with this project because, it's very important, I think, for us all to know because as more and more women are going into the workforce and as more and more women are going into roles that are traditionally held by men, it's very important for women to know, potentially what they can do to avoid any potential mistreatment they might encounter. Again, my name is Caraline Malloy, and if you have any further questions or concerns, please contact me at csmalloy@uncg.edu. Thank you.